The many things that we learn from developmental psychology, I found that there's a parallel between the early stages of development and the later stages of development. And what I mean is, what we know from the studies of the growth of infants, that touch plays a very significant role on not only the early development, but it has implications for the later development of the child. Now, I know when we look at the other end of the developmental cycle, the declining end, old age, we find a parallel in the sense, that there are things that were characteristic of the early stages which seem to be repeating themselves at the later stages. And one of the areas that I've been focusing on is the area of touch. I have been talking to my friends about self-massage, the idea that you can give massage to yourself and derive the benefits from that. Touch is one of the first senses that develops prenatally. And it can be one of the last ones to leave us. However, like most of the senses, if you don't use them, they deteriorate. I stimulate my scalp at least 3 or 4 times a day. I'm not a medical man. I don't know whether there's such a thing as massaging your brain, but I believe that if you're stimulating your scalp, you have to be stimulating the surface that's underneath the scalp. And what does the circulation do for the brain? It brings additional oxygen to the brain. And from what I've been reading in so many magazines, oxygen to the brain is very significant. When I see someone in a wheelchair just sitting, I am appalled that no one has spoken to them about you can be doing something while you're just sitting in your wheelchair. There isn't any reason why they couldn't massage every part of their body that they can touch. I can't tell you how many times I wring my hands, I squeeze my muscles, everything I can think of. I move my ears, I move my scalp, and now I can't prove to you that that's going to help you. I have a very strong feeling that it has helped me. So I would encourage people to do. I play horseshoes with some of my age mates, and I found out that sometimes we make things easier, and in doing so, we interfere with maintaining a skill that we have. And at the horseshoe pit, they have an extension with a hook on the bottom so that you don't have to bend over when you pick up the horseshoes after you throw them. Needless to say, I don't do that. I pick up the horseshoes that I throw. So this whole idea of if you get a walker, that there's only certain things you can do in the walker, but there are times with a walker that you can improve your posture. People with a walker have a tendency to bend over, and it's not good for your posture. But while you're having that walker in front of you, there are a number of things that you could be doing that would benefit the body. So it's kind of related to developing an attitude toward activity. The idea that you're going to keep moving for as long as you can keep moving. All of us will reach a point when we can't do these things, but let's not quit before that time comes. So stay active and be happy.